Episode 6, Wild Quest into the Congo. Amid a hot evening, panic-stricken and rushing through the dense jungle, Maddie, Colin, and Dakota jumped down off a small log and into a clearing. Drenched in sweat and gasping for breath, they stopped running. Looking back, danger was imminent.
Do you think we lost it?
Did you see what way the others went?
No! It's all a blur.
Maddie took her radio from her backpack.
Do you think anyone will hear us out here?
I don't know, but it's worth a try.
Maddie used the radio while Dakota and Colin kept watch.
SOS, please. If anyone reads this, we are in desperate need for help. We've split from our group and stranded in the middle of the Congo. We're being hunted by something big. Send help, please.
Shit!
It's coming!
Run!
The African adventure was coming to an end. 3 months had gone by quicker than a blink. Maddie knew their last 2 weeks at Kruger Valley would fly by, but she tried to put it at the back of her mind. Simon flew his plane far out in the valley. He circled the area below.
This is Simon. I've got eyes in the sky. Grid zone 610.
Copy that, Simon. We're approaching from below.
A jeep followed by a transport truck sped through the open plains. They stopped next to another parked jeep. Cass, Dakota, and Colin got out of the jeep. Dakota started filming. Bill got out of the transport truck, and they moved forward and met with Gideon.
Hey there, Gideon.
Hey, guys.
What are we looking at?
The four of them stopped behind a fallen tree. In front of them, Maddie was meters away from a baby elephant, stood by its mother's dead body.
When Maddie and I got here, vultures were picking away at Mom there. Looks like he's been on his own for a while.
Oh, poor thing.
Dakota carried on filming the baby elephant.
Sad story. Very sad story.
Poor little dude.
Do we know what killed Mum?
Predators. There are lacerations all over her body.
It's a miracle they didn't take the baby down with her.
So what are we going to do with him?
Bill held the tranquilizer gun. Maddie put out her hand, signaling for Bill to wait.
No, wait. No guns. Please.
If we could get away with that, it'd be great. Of course, It reduces the risk of shock.
We have been here for over 2 hours now. Sadly, I don't think he's going to budge.
What do we do with him when we're back at the facility?
We care for him. The poor thing's just watched his mother die. As you can imagine, it's going to take a lot to come back from that. So slowly we'll rehabilitate him into another herd, and then hopefully one of the mums will adopt him.
Dakota walked away, filming herself.
I'm going to stop today's vlog here. I can't bring myself to keep filming this animal's distress. The animal kingdom can be a cruel world, and it really puts things into perspective. All the silly things we complain about. Just remember, this elephant will never see its mum again. It watched her get torn apart by a pack of lions and stood by her side and watched as vultures picked away at her. I can guarantee that all the small problems in our lives are nowhere near what this elephant has been through. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Maddie still had no luck moving the elephant.
I think it's time. It's going to be dark soon.
I think so too.
A feeling of failure over the group. None of them wanted to tranquilize the elephant. Cass held the dart rifle.
Cass, I'll do it. You don't have to.
Neither do you, Gideon. Cass, give me the gun.
Colin handed out his hand, and Cass gave him the rifle. He walked around the side of the elephant and aimed. Maddie took hold of its trunk.
It's okay. I'll be there when you wake up. I won't leave you.
Maddie nodded at Colin, and he fired. The elephant flinched and cried. Everyone looked saddened. The elephant fell to the ground unconscious. That night, Maddie was next to the sleeping elephant in the animal clinic, back at Kruger Valley, on her phone.
Hey, stranger.
Hey, Sam. How are you? How's the foot healing?
I've been good. I've missed you, Maddie.
I've missed you too. Kruger Valley hasn't been the same since you left.
How's Kruger Valley?
Mad, as per. You know what it's like. We had to bring a baby elephant in today. Cass is hoping we'll be able to rehabilitate it into a new herd.
Poor guy.
I know.
Gideon walked into the clinic.
Sam, I've got to go. I'll call you tomorrow.
Take care.
Bye.
How is he?
Sleeping. I can't get him to take any food.
I know. I was talking about Sam.
Oh, he's okay. His foot's healing well.
It's a shame he had to cut his time short here. He's a great vet. Just what Kruger Valley needed.
Yeah, it's a shame.
So, are you two planning on staying friends? You know, when you go home too?
Definitely. I mean, I hope so.
Listen, Maddie. I might be just an old fool, but I know people. I know animals, but I know people too. What I am saying is, Kruger Valley is a special place. It brings people together, and it brings love, joy, happiness. You are a special little lady, Maddie, and you deserve happiness in its purest form. When you next talk to Sam, tell him how you feel.
Thank you. For an old fool, you're pretty special yourself.
Night, Maddie.
Gideon walked out, holding the door open for Colin.
Hey, dude.
Hey,
You here for the night?
I'm not leaving his side.
Then I guess I'm not either.
Colin gave Maddie a blanket and kept one for himself, and they got comfy on the floor next to the elephant.
I really thought I could have got him in the trailer.
Don't be so hard on yourself. The fact he even trusted you is a miracle. He's going to need you when he wakes up.
He's going to need all of us.
The following morning, Maddie and Colin woke abruptly to the door of the enclosure opening and the bright sun shining in.
I thought we'd find you here.
Shh, you'll wake the baby.
Jesus, you guys look like you've had a hell of a night.
Shh. Toby's sleeping.
Toby?
Yes, Toby.
Toby lay on his side.
He's weak. The exhaustion has caught up with him. I'll get him a bottle.
Maddie warmed up the milk.
How was he through the night?
He woke around 2 a.m. Slept for about an hour and then woke and repeated until about 5 this morning.
Here you go, Toby.
Toby wouldn't take the bottle.
Not this again. You got to eat, Toby.
Refusing foods.
Yeah, all night.
If he doesn't eat, I don't think he'll make it till this time tomorrow.
Come on, baby.
Oh, you both need a shower. You stink.
Ugh, yeah, we do.
You go first. I'll stay on Toby duty and try to get him to eat.
I don't mind. You can go first.
No, you go first. It's okay.
Would somebody just go first?
Shh.
Don't raise your voice in front of Toby. It's not good for him.
Cass and Dakota looked at each other confused.
I'm sorry. Can I just confirm that the elephant is called Toby and that you two didn't have a baby in the night?
Ew.
Simon walked into the clinic.
How's the elephant?
Oh, look. Here comes Grandad Simon.
What?
Don't ask. Come on, we've got a long day ahead of us.
The next 2 weeks, Maddie and Colin had solely focused their time helping to rehabilitate Toby. Day by day, his confidence grew back. He spent hours integrating with the herd close to Kruger Valley, and they were all happy with his progress. The final days in Kruger Valley had approached them, and it was sad. Everything Maddie had grown accustomed to, a new life, a life of living her dream, was soon to be over. She stepped outside of her room, meeting with Colin.
Good morning.
Hey.
Well, today sucks, huh? Can't believe this time tomorrow we'll be heading to the airport, and all this will be over.
I don't even want to think about it. We are so swamped with the assignments. It's not like we can even spend our last day with the animals or out in the valley.
Look, I just wanted to say thanks. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gone to that lecture, met Gideon, or even had this experience. I've had the best time of my life.
It's really you I should be thanking. I'm sorry you didn't get to do any of this with Gage.
Don't worry about it.
They looked over to see Simon handling a large snake outside of his shed. And Dakota was filming.
Bloody hell.
I'm really going to miss this place.
Me too.
They walked up into the main house. In the kitchen, Aban was inside making breakfast.
Good morning.
Morning,
Hey,
Abba.
dude.
It's a sad day today.
You're telling us.
This place really won't be the same without you here. It still doesn't feel right without Sam. We are all going to miss you so much.
We're going to miss it more than you know.
I am going to put on a feast tonight. Send you all out in style with full bellies.
Now you're going to make me cry. Oh, I'm going to miss your cooking. Yeah, send me some of your baboti in a freezer bag or something.
Just for you, Colin.
Gideon walked into the kitchen.
Good morning, you two.
Morning.
Hey.
I wanted to talk to you about Toby's progress. His confidence is the best he's ever been. It will be good to get him out of there before he gets too institutionalized.
I thought this conversation would be coming soon.
I know Toby means a lot to you. You've done well in gaining his trust and caring for him. I just want you to know after you leave tomorrow, we'll be releasing him in about a week's time. I will make sure Dakota sends you both lots of pictures.
Thanks, Gideon.
Later that afternoon, Cass, Bill, Colin, Maddie, and Simon were stood on the platform overseeing Toby's interactions with the elephant herd.
I can't believe how quickly they've taken to him.
Indeed. We'll need to get him with them permanently, before they migrate into the valley further.
Cass's phone rang.
Excuse me, I need to take this.
Cass walked away answering her phone. They looked out into the valley, a view Maddie and Colin would miss dearly.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate this view? I mean, I know we see it every day, but look how incredible it is. It's so peaceful.
Colin shut his eyes and took a deep breath.
I don't think I have ever been so relaxed. Well, that didn't last long.
The hell was that?
The lodge!
They ran across the platform. Maddie was ahead of the rest. They could hear Dakota screaming and Gideon yelling, and lots of crashing. Nearing the entrance, Maddie could hear hissing and booming. A band ran outside.
They need help!
They ran into the lodge and stopped suddenly. An ostrich had its head caught in the magazine stand. It struggled and flapped. The lodge was a mess. Things had been knocked over, tables and chairs overturned. Dakota was hiding behind the front desk. Bill stood in a stance, unsure of what to do.
Guys, its head is stuck.
Don't get too close. It's panicking and kicking out.
What do you want us to do?
We need to back up. It's trapped, and with us surrounding it, it likely feels threatened. We need to free its neck gently from the front. If we go from behind, we'll get a kick.
Yeah. We have to do it quick, too. Or it'll snap its own neck. Maddie, Gideon, hold the doors open, please.
Gideon and Maddie held the doors open. Colin snuck around to Dakota.
Are you okay?
An ostrich just chased me into the lodge. What do you think?
Good point. Yes, stay back.
Colin, you get the front. Simon and I will support you both from the rear.
Yeah, sure. What could go wrong?
Slowly.
Colin climbed on the front desk.
Watch its beak.
Colin nodded.
You ready?
Yeah.
Colin maneuvered the neck, and it struggled some more, but he managed to loosen it free from the magazine stand. It nipped Colin's chest.
Ah!
Colin fell back off the desk, onto the stone floor. Dakota ran to his aid. The ostrich jumped and kicked Bill in his thigh, next to his groin.
Ow!
He fell on his knees in pain. Simon clapped and waved his hands.
Hey, come on, get out of here.
The ostrich ran out of the lodge and away from the facility. Once it had gone, Gideon and Maddie ran back inside. Simon helped Bill to his feet. Everyone was left sweating and catching their breath.
Oh, that bloody bird got me a good one.
That's going to be so buddy.
An inch closer to the right, it would be certain that Dakota would be an only child.
Dakota helped Colin to his feet.
Are you okay?
Am I alive?
Just about. What a morning.
You can say that again.
They all walked back outside.
Well, you can't make it up here. 1 minute you're eating Apan's delicious putter-pap and cornbread. The next thing you know, an ostrich yeets me across the lodge, kicks Bill in the nuts and buggers off back to the bush. All we need now is...
Guess what? I've accepted a Wild Quest contract.
Cass to say something like that. Oh,
Cass called over from the clinic and walked over to them, with a spring in her step. Everyone else grew confused and concerned and didn't quite know how to react.
You've done what?
It's only a small one. Tomorrow, an expedition into the Congo rainforests. There's a family of gorillas that the local nature reserve like to keep track of. Our job will be to locate the family, study their behaviour and assess their well-being. How exciting is this? Let's go into the lodge and discuss it like old times.
A, the lodge is destroyed. B, Colin and Maddie fly home tomorrow. The preceptor ship is over. And C, we agreed no more Wild Quest contracts.
Tomorrow? Really?
Maddie nodded reluctantly.
That's all right. We can just rearrange your flights for the next week.
Cass, they can't do that. Come on, it's all arranged.
It's no issues. I've already accepted the contract.
I was thinking of hitting the road again when Boy and Maddie leave.
I'd love to, Cass. That really sounds amazing. But I need to get back and see my family.
Bill nodded agreeingly. Cass looked saddened and disappointed as she walked away. Later that afternoon, Maddie was packing her bags, ready to leave. She felt sad. Cass was with Toby in his pen, watching him affectionately. She wasn't ready to admit how much she didn't want the preceptorship program to be over. Bill walked over to her.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I'm sorry about the Congo contract.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I hadn't realised they were going back so soon. It's just crept up on me. It's fine. We can still go. Gideon's feeling up to it. Come along. Dakota can do some filming or whatever she wants to do.
I don't think it's going to happen, Cass.
Why?
It's time to say goodbye. We've had you fun. It's been exciting and adventurous, and it's brought back nostalgic feelings of when we opened Kruger Valley. You can always do another program next year.
There won't be another preceptor program next year. This was a one-off.
You've enjoyed having them here as much as, well, they've enjoyed being here. It's hard on everyone involved, saying goodbye.
Don't be ridiculous.
I know you, Cass. Better than you know yourself. Let's enjoy the meal tonight, huh? Wave them off with fond memories tomorrow.
Cass faintly nodded, her mind always thinking. That night, Aban had laid out a feast on the table. Maddie looked around the room to make sure she had everything packed up. Colin knocked on her door, and she answered.
Hey.
Sup, dude? Got everything?
I think so. How did I get all this stuff?
I have no idea. I was the same. Somehow I've ended up with a full bongo set and a pair of Mama Zakata's earrings. No idea how they got there. Anyway, let's go and have our last supper, eh?
Yeah, let's.
Colin offered Maddie his arm, and she linked hers with him, and together they walked out of the guest house with the echoes of their adventure in their mind. Cass sat at the head of the table. Bill, Gideon, Simon, and Dakota also sat at the table and stood as soon as they saw the preceptors. There was a sadness in the air, aided by silence.
Hello everyone. I am Professor Puseswi, but please, you can call me Gideon. I am from South Africa at the Wildlife Conservation and Rescue Center in the Greater Kruger area. The opportunity has arisen for 3 successful candidates to join me in South Africa.
This is amazing. It's totally up your street. You should go. Hey, look, I'll come along and do it with you. Actually, I'm not here to talk about me, but I do know who I think deserves to go. One of my best friends, Maddie. And I'm not going to let this seminar go past without you at least hearing what she has to say.
Well, Maddie, let's hear what you have to say.
There's no point in going to a country as beautiful as Africa if you're not going to respect it, right? Appreciate it. Appreciate its beauty, its wonder, and even its danger. Dear Madison Ilunid, after a thorough recommendation from a dear friend and colleague, Gideon Busawi, I'm writing to offer you a place at Kruger Valley. Oh my God!
Maddie!
Kruger Valley and all its beauty awaits you. Yours sincerely, Cass Rowland. You!
Hey, you yourself. This place is really something, isn't it?
Cass Rowland, welcome to Kruger Valley.
Dakota Rowland. Nice to meet you.
Is anyone able to help with my things?
Bill!
We're out here in the bush, trying to get close to wild elephants.
Beautiful.
Very.
It's charging!
Go! Run!
The river! Get in the river! I hate to alarm anyone, but we're in croc and hippo-infested waters.
That tree, that's our way up.
Crocodile!
Dakota!
Dakota! Let's get up in the tree!
Let's get out of here!
Check this out! Your phone captured the whole thing. The elephant charge, you falling into the river, your dad wrestling the croc.
Oh my god, I've nearly doubled my followers.
Welcome to Cape Town. I'm Earl.
The followers would go crazy for this. Me and you swimming with great white sharks.
Whoa! That's what I'm talking about.
Maddie and Colin approached the table. Everyone gave a look of respect and thanks towards them. Cass raised her glass of white wine.
Thank you.
Everyone else raised their glasses.
You've done more than just bend over backwards for this place. You've brought back the feeling that this place was built on. The feeling of good hard work, dedication, and a love for the animals, and a family feeling that goes with that. We might have given you the opportunity, but you've brought so much more than we all anticipated. Especially me. You've brought this old group back together, and you've been the glue bringing this place back to what it used to be. So thank you. I'd like to raise a glass to you both. It's a shame Sam couldn't be with us tonight. This honour extends to him as well.
Everyone raised their glass. A band poured some wine for Maddie and Colin.
It goes without saying that giving us this opportunity was a once in a lifetime, and giving us this experience, we will always be grateful for it. Thank you. Working here at Kruger Valley has been an honour I will get to treasure for the rest of my life. Cass, Bill, Gideon, Simon, you've taught me so much. And Dakota, meeting you has been a pleasure.
Trust me, girl, the pleasure has been mine.
I'm not really very good with speeches. This dude is one of my best friends in the whole wide world, and she brought me out here. And, well, I got to meet all of you dudes as well. And of course, there's you, Dakota. You're the coolest dude of all. Got to care for this little elephant Toby dude. And almost died a bunch of times by a bunch of crazy animal dudes. And Bushmen. You scare the crap out of me, but I've never looked up to anyone more in my life. Look, I don't know where I'm going with any of this, but thank you. Really. Thank you.
Come on, let's eat.
Everyone sat down and ate. They laughed, they joked, and they told stories. It was a special night for them to have at Kruger Valley.
So I tried to climb the tree and the bloody branch snapped. I fell, but another branch caught the back of my jeans. My trousers ripped and I was hanging from the tree with my arse hanging out.
I love your stories, guys.
I would love to be able to sit here when I'm old and tell the stories you have told. That would be the dream.
Hey, less of the old. I'm in my prime.
Would it, Maddie? That would be your dream?
Yeah, definitely.
You know dreams are only stone's throw away.
Oh, Jesus. Mum's had too much wine.
My favourite story was when Bill wrestled a crocodile right in front of me. You can't get any more of a badass.
Goodness, yes. Oh, I came away unscathed, I couldn't say.
I tried and I just flopped into the water.
It was the most heroic flop anyone has ever done for me.
You will always and forever be my African adventure queen, Dakota.
You smoosh.
A man walked out of the house and down to the table. He whispered something to Cass, and she nodded. Bill caught this and grew inquisitive.
What was that about?
Cass looked at Bill and away again, ignoring his questioning.
Aban, sit down. Come join us.
Are you sure?
Yeah, come on, Aban. This man right here, I am going to miss.
Oh, I am going to miss you too. Wherever you end up in life after this, they are lucky to have you.
I would just like to say a few words, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gideon stood up and everyone listened. A kiki was led on Dakota's lap.
I was the first one to lay eyes on you all last year at the university. At first, there was too many people there for me to settle on anyone. In this line of work, I have made some split-second decisions. The right ones, sometimes the wrong ones. But the best decision I have made was listening to my heart and offering to bring you three with me, to share the beauties Kruger Valley has to offer. You have really made this place 1,000,000 times vibrant and have brought a new energy with you. One that has been missed since us oldies were your age. Thank you, and please, wherever you go, whatever you do, stay in touch.
Thanks, Gideon.
One last thing from me. Your assignments, how are you getting on with them?
Overwhelmed. I'm not even halfway through getting them finished.
Yeah, same here. I was going to awkwardly ask for an extension.
Yeah, I don't want to have come this far and fail now.
Bin them.
What?
Oh, bloody hell, here we go. Cass is about to say something crazy.
You've all passed, and no words on a document need to prove that. I set this curriculum, and now I'm saying you've all passed. And with you all passing, I'd like to offer you all jobs here at the facility.
What? Seriously? I wasn't expecting that.
Yep, seriously.
Cass?
Gideon and I can't do it on our own anymore. And the right people have clearly come along, and you deserve to call this place your home. I'd love you all to stay here. With more of us here, we've got so much more done, and this place can be what it once was. We've got the world at our feet. We can open up projects globally, just like we used to. Maddie, you said this was your dream. I'm now handing that dream to you on a plate. You're going to be able to sit here in 30 years' time telling those same stories.
I don't know.
You did say it was your dream.
But my family...
Just think about it. All I'd ask is for you to stay, come to the Congo tomorrow and have a think about it. If you want this to be the rest of your lives, it's yours. But if I can't convince you, maybe he can.
Who?
Cass turned back, and Gage walked out of the house and down the veranda.
So, this is the big Kruger Valley hype, huh?
Gage!
What the hell are you doing here?
Cass called. She invited me out here, said about a quest into the Congo, and I couldn't refuse. So you can't leave now, just as I got here. And oh my god, that's Dakota Rowland.
Dakota laughed humorously.
Hi.
Hi, hey, oh wow, you're even more beautiful in real life.
Oh, thanks.
So you'll stay?
I can't go back now.
Maddie?
For the Congo expedition, yeah? I'll think about the job offer, though.
Good.
I can't believe you're here.
I've heard and seen so much about this place, and Dakota's videos of what you all do. This place is really famous, you know. And all of you here, I've followed Toby's journey, I've even donated.
Donated?
Dakota's GoFundMe page.
You set up a GoFundMe page for Toby?
People want to help. We've got hundreds.
People have fallen in love with this place through Dakota and her videos. People wishing to be here, doing what you guys do. People wish to be you, so they do the only thing they can do to help and donate.
Well, I didn't realise this place was quite so famous.
You're known for your crocodile wrestling skills, old Billy boy.
And what am I known for?
Falling in the water after Bill.
Everyone laughed.
I'm kidding, dude. Chasing that leopard on the quad was pretty rad. You've all got fan pages. Toby's journey is the biggest deal at the moment.
Dakota, you have made us all famous.
Well, there we have it. Anyway, you should go and get some sleep. It's going to be a big day tomorrow.
Well played, Kaz. Well played.
The following day, the plane glided through the air over the African continent with the sun shining down. Excited but also apprehensive about the wild quest, Simon and Bill sat in the cockpit. Everyone else was in the back of the plane.
This is so cool, man.
What's our plan when we reach the Congo, Cass?
So we're going to be meeting the man in charge of the reserve that follows the gorilla family. He's a British man. He's known as Congo Bambi. He'll be waiting for us at a small shanty village just outside on the Congo, on the banks of the Lukanga. From there, we'll go upstream and join the Congo River.
So, boat is our main use of transport?
Yeah.
The Congo will be dense, so we won't be able to use air transport.
Exactly. So when we join the Congo, we head southwest down the river for about 10 miles. It's really important to note that we're sailing further into isolation. Once we're out there, the only way back is on the boat and another 10-mile trip upstream. We're really going to be out on our own out there.
Dude, this is some serious expedition stuff.
When we reach the embankment on the river, the boat will serve as our base camp.
Boat stays with us?
The boat belongs to Congo Bambi, so he'll be taking us and staying with us for the duration. So we'll hike into the Congo, locate the family. This is the part that's most unpredictable. Could take hours, could take days, but once we find them, we study the behaviour and well-being. When we're satisfied, we head back.
What are our main risks?
Leopards and lions would be our greatest threats. Forest elephants could pose a threat if we accidentally stumble into its territory. And if we are making base camp by the river, hippo.
Venomous snakes, vipers mostly, masters of camouflage. So watch where you step or put your hands.
Monkeys, gorillas, chimpanzees, they're all highly territorial. They can be aggressive.
So pretty much everything is going to try to kill us.
Welcome to Africa.
They've learnt so well.
Later that afternoon, after landing, they drove a Land Rover into the shanty village and got out of the car. The village people watched them, excited that they had come to their village. Children ran around them, laughing. Congo Bambi walked out of one of the shacks wearing green top and trousers tucked into his boots and a pith hat.
Kaz Rowland.
That's me.
Welcome to the Dominican Republic. Folks round here call me Congo Bambi. Nice to meet you in person, finally.
Cass and Bambi shook hands.
And this is my team.
There are quite a few of you.
Each with unique skills.
That's great. It'll be fantastic to work with you all.
Pleasure. I'm Bill. This is Maddie, Colin, Gage, Gideon, Simon, and my daughter Dakota.
Ah, no need to introduce this beautiful woman. Dakota Rowland. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you. And you.
Bambi kissed Dakota's hand.
Dude's muscling in on my woman.
Your woman?
I'm working angles, dude.
Very long angles.
Okay, shall we load the boat and head out?
The boat sailed up the stream and into the Congo River, surrounded by trees and rainforest. The isolated feeling of being out there alone was apparent. Dakota stood at the rails at the front of the boat, looking forward.
Pretty beautiful out here.
Pretty beautiful indeed.
Is this your first expedition?
Not really. I used to go with Dad into the Australian wilderness. This one time, he swore he wanted to make camp next to a river, a little like this. Woke up with a croc in my tent.
So, you have a habit of nearly being eaten by crocs.
I guess so. Hey, I snuck one of those bottles of wine from Kruger Valley. Shall we?
Well, it'd be rude not to.
Sweet.
Dakota walked away to get the wine. Colin walked over to Gage.
Back off, dude. She's mine.
You've had 3 months to work angles.
The long game, Gage. That's where I'm at.
Friend-zoned, Colin. That's where you're at.
Got the wine.
He's gay.
There was a small awkward silence. Gage smiled awkwardly at Dakota.
Okay. Sweet. Colin? Wine?
Sure.
Dakota started to pour the wine.
So, Gage. Congo Bambi. Smash or pass?
Gage gritted his teeth.
Pass. Not my type.
Gage turned back to Colin.
I hate you.
So, Bambi, what nature reserve did you work for?
I don't. I work for the government. The Dominican Republic have put funding into animal preservation in the Congo, for families like these gorillas. That's where I come in. The government asks for the work, my team come in and carry it out. It's a very new thing.
Where are your team now?
Other projects. They aren't needed with the help of all of you.
Simon nodded.
Know much about this jungle, Simon?
I know enough.
Ever heard of the lion killers?
Nah, those are just myth. Stories to scare people around the campfire.
Lion killers? What are they?
They say there are primates in this jungle, bigger than average. The first explorers drew pictures of apes bigger than a human being. Apes that can easily kill a lion.
Do you really think there are apes like that out there?
Who knows? We're heading into unexplored areas of this jungle. God only knows what's out there.
The boat sailed further up the river, further and further into the unknown, and away from the rest of the world.
We're here. We'll head into the jungle from this point on.
Grab your tins, everyone.
Exciting. Let's go.
Everyone gathered their belongings for the expedition. Simon approached Cass inconspicuously.
The Dominican Republic haven't put anything into field research of preservation. The Dominican Republic have no money.
What are you saying?
I'm saying Bambi doesn't work for the government. I don't know who this man is, but he's lied about what he's telling us.
Cass nodded with a stern look on her face. They set off trekking through the rainforest, through the bushes and trees. Bambi and Bill used a machete to clear the path. They stopped at the clearing, and Maddie noticed a 3-horned chameleon on a small branch.
Wow, look at this little guy.
Jackson's chameleon. These guys are awesome.
They grumpy, antisociable things. These guys make me laugh.
You can relate to them quite well then, Bushman.
Shitbag. Ha ha.
They carried on through the jungle. Cass and Simon hung back.
Have you figured out his angle yet?
Could just be a small man with a big ego, but I truly doubt that. I've got my eye on him.
Bill and Maddie also hung back.
What's this?
Bambi's lied about what he does, and likely who he is.
Seriously, how can you be sure?
Simon's very political. He knows his stuff.
There are no government-funded rangers like him.
So we're just following this guy into what could be a trap.
For now.
This could be dangerous. We could be leading everyone into something bad.
But we don't know that yet. And if it is, it's likely then the gorilla family would be in danger too. So I'm not backing out.
Neither would I expect you to. We need to at least let the others know. When we get to higher ground and make our temporary camp, Dakota goes no further.
You can tell her then. She already hates me.
They walked on for hours through the dense jungle. Bambi and Bill were ahead of the rest, clearing the way with their machetes. They came to a clearing over a cliff above a large pond.
Wow, we really are on our own out here.
Scared?
No.
In the jungle, no one can hear you scream.
Oh, please. I'm basically Tarzan.
Where's your leotard?
In my backpack. I'll get it out later and go for a swing with the gorillas.
What an image.
I'd say this is a good place to make camp.
I agree.
I'll get unpacked and send the drone up.
I'll get the fire going.
Bambi was setting up camp. He looked over at Dakota, who was also helping to set a tent up.
So, what's a glamorous star like you doing in a dirty jungle?
Do I seem like the dumb blonde, cut above the rest types? That's not me. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. Your knot's too loose.
With that, Bambi's tent fell. He smiled, impressed.
Well, what can I say? You caught me red-handed, and I couldn't have been more wrong.
I wonder if I could borrow my daughter for a moment? Dakota? Please.
Bambi gestured a yes, and Bill and Dakota walked away.
What's up?
I want you to be careful around him. I don't like him talking to you.
Okay. Why?
Also, I'm going to ask you that you stay here, while the rest of us head out.
Why?
It's going to get harder from here,
And you don't think I can handle it? Has Mum put you up to this?
No, Dakota, no.
If you want me to stay here, you're going to need to tie me to a tree.
Dakota angrily walked away. Cass approached Bill from behind.
So, how did she take it?
As expected. Now she's doing what she does to you. I tell her to stay away from Bambi, and look, she's taking selfies with him.
Bambi and Dakota took a selfie. Dakota looked over to Bill and Cass, knowing this was going to annoy them. Simon had the drone ready and sent it into the air.
I'm going to send this beauty out.
He, Cass, and Bambi looked at the screen.
They never stray further than the mountain range.
So that dip there would be our best bet then?
I'd say so, yes.
Bill looked over at the screen.
Well, I'd say that would be a day's searching.
I'll get the drone as close as I can to the dip. You take the young ones down and have a look.
You're not coming?
I'll stay and be your eyes in the sky. Gideon?
I'm with you. Go and find your gorillas.
Bambi walked away and gathered his things.
If our suspicions are correct, it pays to have someone on the outside. Contact me on the radio if anything goes wrong. Use the code, "Boy, it's humid down here," and I'll know something's wrong.
Yeah, will do. Thanks.
Good luck down there.
Cass walked over to the group.
Okay, are we ready to move out?
Good luck.
Bambi looked flirtatiously at Dakota.
After you.
Dakota seductively raised an eyebrow.
Why, thank you.
Bill and Cass exchanged a brief, unimpressed look towards each other. Cass, Bill, Maddie, Colin, Gage, Dakota, and Bambi began trekking down into the dip.
Is everyone keeping up?
Oh, boy. It's humid down here.
Don't say that again.
But it is, dude. Seriously, I'm sweating my balls off.
Colin, will you shut up? I don't care about your balls.
I'm just saying.
Shush!
Seriously, is no one else finding it humid down here?
Just do, she says, man. This is painful to watch.
They trekked through the jungle searching for the gorilla family. Suddenly, Cass stopped.
What is it, Cass?
Do you hear that?
Everyone listened, and between the noises of the jungle, the faint sounds of monkeys could be heard.
Primates. Big ones.
They followed the sounds as quietly as they could through the trees. There was a clearing with crushed bushes and broken trees. Beyond that, inside the clearing were a large family of gorilla.
Wow.
I don't believe it. This is it.
Maddie smiled in disbelief. The day continued with them, studying the behaviors of the family whilst staying hidden.
This is amazing. They live in such peace.
Ah, that is beautiful.
I see Mum, the older female, plus another 3 females, 2 males and 3 young.
Make that 3 males.
Bambi pointed up into the trees, where a gorilla was grazing.
Do you think one of those might be the dad?
Hard to tell. The others seem young. It's getting dark. We should head back soon. I'd say we have enough research to satisfy the board.
That's it. I thought we were staying out here for a few days.
No need. We have everything we need.
Are you sure? We've barely been here half an hour.
I'll be spending more time out here with them, now we know where they are. Myself and the Dominican Republic are grateful for your help.
Well, farewell, gorillas.
It's a shame we couldn't stay for longer.
We don't want to disturb them too much.
They began making their way back to higher ground. Colin followed behind, minding his own business.
We're in the jungle in the middle of the Congo. I hope we don't get killed. Oh, hell no! What the hell did I just hear?
Sounded like a holler.
You're right there, Bill. Bloody things will give me a heart attack one day.
They carried on back to camp. Dakota was in the jungle filming and gathering sounds.
Dudes, we're pretty high up. Look at the clouds rolling off the mountain. Should we be worried about altitude sickness?
This is nothing. Try climbing Kilimanjaro. Now that is high.
Jesus. Is there any chance you can hurry up?
I didn't realize there was a rush.
Whoa, chill, dude.
Hey, I'm the chillest flippin' bro, dude. I'd just like to get back and get things sorted.
Relax. I have everything.
Good. Now we can go.
Bambi ushered everyone to hurry up as they walked on.
What was that?
Everyone turned back, worried.
It sounded like a falling tree.
No, it wasn't. That was a gunshot.
No, it can't be. We're the only ones out here.
That sounded like a gunshot to me.
Simon spoke on the radio at the wrong moment.
Come in, Cass. I haven't heard from you in a while. Just requesting an update.
That was a gunshot.
Cass walked back.
Oh, where are you going? We can't go back. We'll lose out on time.
I just saw a family of endangered gorilla. They're currently being poached to extinction, and a gunshot has just come from their direction.
I agree. This needs to be looked into. Maddie, do you feel confident in leading everyone back to Gideon and Simon while Cass, Bambi, and I check this out?
Come in, Cass. Bill? Boy? Anyone?
We aren't going back.
Something to hide?
Yeah, he does.
Dakota held out her phone. She showed them the selfie she took with Bambi. The caption was, "Urgent. Does anyone know this man?"
His name is Charles Betteridge. He's a wanted man. He's an ivory dealer and poacher.
Cass, are you there?
Frustrated, Cass lifted her radio.
Simon, I'm here.
Bambi grabbed Bill and held a knife to his throat.
Jesus Christ!
Dad!
Oh my God!
Come any closer, and I'll slit his throat.
Easy. Easy.
Cass, are you okay?
Tell him everything is fine. Now!
Hi. Sorry, Simon. Everything's fine.
Are you sure? You sound funny.
Everything is all right. It's just humid down here.
Okay, well, you first in the shower when we get back. Over and out.
Cass put her radio away.
See? That wasn't hard.
You set us up. You had us find the gorillas so you could take them.
I swear, if any of them are dead...
You're what? No, I didn't think so. Here's what's going to happen. If you want Bill to stay alive, no one follows us.
Bambi dragged Bill away into the bush.
Shit! Shit!
What an arsehole.
We just led him right to them. If any of those gorillas were murdered, it's on us. And it's on me for being so desperate to bring everyone out here.
We need to figure this out.
Meanwhile, back at camp, Simon and Gideon looked at each other worried.
You heard that, right?
It's humid down here. They are in trouble.
Gideon picked up one of the rifles and loaded it.
Stay here. I'm going down. Be my eyes in the sky.
Be safe, Gideon.
Gideon nodded and ran off. Meanwhile, further in the jungle...
What do we do?
Well, we aren't listening to him. We get Dad back, right?
We also need to check the gorillas. Make sure they haven't been killed. We need to ensure their safety.
This sounds like some crazy action hero stuff you guys got up to back in the day.
What the hell was that?
Was that a leopard?
No.
Lion?
No. It sounds much bigger.
Whatever it is, it's getting closer.
I think now's our time to run.
They turned back to run, when from out of the trees, a 12-foot silverback gorilla landed in front of them, and it roared again. It was abnormally large, and it beat its chest.
Holy shit!
Run!
They all ran for their lives. The gorilla ripped a tree from the ground and chased them. The group was split. The only thing that was on their minds was to escape the beast. Maddie, Colin, and Dakota ran through the trees. The ground shaking grew less and less. They had no idea where Cass and Gage were, but they kept running. They jumped down a small log and into a clearing. Drenched in sweat and gasping for breath, they stopped running. Looking back, danger was imminent.
Do you think we lost it?
Did you see what way the others went?
No! It's all a blur.
Maddie took her radio from her backpack.
Do you think anyone will hear us out here?
I don't know, but it's worth a try.
Maddie used the radio while Dakota and Colin kept watch.
SOS, please. If anyone reads this, we are in desperate need for help. We've split from our group and stranded in the middle of the Congo. We're being hunted by something big. Send help, please.
Shit!
It's coming!
Run!
They ran as fast as they could. Colin spotted a fallen tree surrounded by vegetation.
Over there!
They hid behind the tree, trying to be as quiet as they could. The gorilla passed them and carried on further into the jungle. When it was safe, they walked out of their hiding spot.
I've never seen anything like that. I bet that's what Bambi brought us out here for. He wants to hunt that thing down.
That's impossible. How does something like that exist?
I don't know, but we need to get the hell out of here before King Kong comes back.
Agreed. Come on.
Gideon was walking through the jungle with the rifle in his hand when he walked out into a trail of carnage, broken trees and bushes. It was evident the gorilla had passed through there. However, Gideon was unaware of what it was. He looked around, gobsmacked. Cass and Gage ran out of the trees, soaked in sweat, red-faced and gasping for their breath back.
Cass! Gage!
Gideon, man.
What's going on?
Cass wasn't able to speak yet.
Big gorilla, man. Really big gorilla.
Oh, it's about 12 feet.
What? A real lion killer? I thought they were just myth.
I know. I wouldn't believe it either if I hadn't seen it. Bambi's a poacher. He's taken Bill.
It's okay. It's okay.
No! Dakota, Matty and Colin are all there.
This is the worst case scenario that we thought. You two need to go back and meet Simon. If Bambi is a poacher, he never intended for us to go back to the boat. I think he might have sabotaged it. Gage, you and Simon are the only mechanics on the team. I'll find the others and go after Bill.
They parted ways, and Gideon headed further into the jungle. Meanwhile, Maddie, Dakota, and Colin walked through the jungle when they came to a clearing. They saw a camp and caged animals everywhere, and a cargo helicopter. They hid in the trees and scouted the camp.
This must be their camp.
Doesn't look like anyone's home.
Maddie and Dakota stepped forward into the camp.
Whoa, hey, you can't go in there. We're in danger.
What kind of danger?
What do you mean, what kind of danger? Danger's danger!
Look around, Colin. The place is deserted.
Yeah, for now. Until Bambi and his poachers show up. And then before you know it, our kidneys will be all over eBay.
What? Shut up. Our kidneys are staying where they are. Come on.
Come on. We don't know how long it'll be until they'll be back.
Maddie walked over to a family of gorilla that was imprisoned in a cage.
We have to do something.
Use this.
Dakota threw Maddie a pair of bolt cutters she had found on one of the boxes, and she snapped the lock off and opened the door.
Go on. Go and be free.
The gorillas ran off into the jungle. Their radio crackled. They were just in range enough to hear Simon's voice crackle through.
Does anyone read me?
Ah, Bushman, is that you?
Boy, where the hell are you?
We found the poachers' camp. There are so many animals here, man.
If we can get them all into the helicopter, we can fly them out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I the only one that missed the Congo crash course on how to fly a gigantic twin-propelled helicopter?
Maddie snatched the radio from Colin.
Simon, how fast can you get down here?
Not nearly fast enough. Gideon's out there. What's your GPS coordinates?
Dakota checked the GPS, and Maddie held the radio so she could speak.
5.917, 5 degrees south. 12.548, 4 degrees east.
Copy that. Get all those animals in the chopper.
All right. Let's do this.
Maddie spotted a machine. It was able to lift the cages and store them in the helicopter.
Colin, do you think you can use that machine?
How hard can it be? I used to work in an arcade back in Portsmouth. I was the boss of the claw machine. All the kids used to call me the grabber.
Okay, no.
Ew.
Never say that again.
Yeah, I heard that too. Let's just, forget about it. Come on, dudes.
Colin climbed into the machine. They forgot about the denseness of the jungle and the giant gorilla and worked hard to load all the caged animals onto the cargo helicopter.
That was the last one.
They walked back outside. Maddie used her radio.
Simon, all done. Is Gideon close?
Put the radio down, Maddie.
Bambi and a crew of mercenaries walked out of the trees, outnumbering them.
Oh, give us a break.
Bambi held an assault rifle towards them.
Drop it. Now.
Maddie dropped the radio.
Good. I see you've cleared up for us, boys. The kiddos have saved us working up a sweat. Ha ha!
Where's my dad?
Oh, I almost forgot about that part. The family reunion. Bring him out.
A mercenary pulled Bill out of the crowd. He was beaten, bruised, and had a busted lip. Bambi threw him to the floor in front of Maddie, Dakota, and Colin.
Dad!
It's okay. I'm fine.
Oh my God.
Looks worse than it is.
The mercenary held an assault rifle at Bill.
Any sudden movements or heroics, and Ed here will pull the trigger. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Gideon ran through the jungle and stopped at a vantage point above the camp. He saw the group being held hostage by the poachers and spoke quietly into the radio.
Come in, Cass.
Gideon, what's going on?
It's Bambi. He has them.
Shit!
Focus on getting that boat fixed.
Simon and Gage have tried. The boat's buggered.
Sit tight. Going radio silent from here on out.
Gideon, wait! Gideon!
Gideon had turned his radio off and had Bambi in his sights.
So, what are you gonna do? Kill us in cold blood?
Oh, I could, believe me. It would be much easier to... No, you'll come in handy. We're going after that beast of a silverback.
You son of a bitch!
You're one sick guy, Bambi.
Me? You have no idea what you're in for. I'm small fry compared to what's coming.
Bambi used his radio.
Hey, boss, guess what? We got 'em. Well, some of them anyway. I don't think it'll be hard to find the rest.
Boss? Who the hell's this guy working for?
You're about to find out, Miss Dakota.
On the boat, Cass, Simon, and Gage were stood helplessly in frustration.
What's going on down there?
I don't know.
This doesn't sit right with me doing nothing.
If we go running off into the jungle, it could just cause more problems.
Down in the jungle, Bill stood up. Dakota helped him.
I'll help you find the gorilla. But my conditions are that you let the three of them go. Please.
I don't think you're in a position to be making conditions there, Bill. Besides, he's here. You ready to meet the man in charge? I say that, but you've had the pleasure of meeting him already, Bill.
A tall man wearing a white tank top with military trousers, an ammo belt, and a machete in its holster walked through the crowd. Bill's eyes widened. It suddenly clicked. He didn't want to believe it, but then the man walked out of the mercenaries next to Bambi.
Good heavens. Lord help us all.
Who's that? Dad? Who is that?
Bones McGee.
Gideon looked down from his vantage point in horror.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Bones walked closer to the group. He had a scar that ran down his left cheek and eye.
So, Bill Rowland and the rest of Kruger Valley have come back on the scene with some new friends. Shame. I'm about to imprint a memory on your brains. It's a very detailed memory. One you won't forget as long as you live. If you live.
Screw you, Bones!
Bones pulled his machete from his belt and held it to Colin's throat.
Say that again, son. No. I didn't think so.
Bones punched Colin in the face.
Stop!
Which one's the daughter?
That one. With the pretty eyes.
Ah, yes. You've got your mother in you.
Bones pulled Dakota by her arm towards him and held his machete to her throat.
Please. Please don't touch her.
Bones hit Bill in the groin.
I will ask you once. Where are the rest of your team? Don't make me ask you again.
Dakota spat in Bones' face. A burning rage fueled inside of him, and he lifted his machete.
Wait! Stop here! They are here!
Mandy handed Bones the radio.
What's your name?
Maddie.
I want you to know, Miss Rowland, that Maddie just saved your life.
Cass, Gage, and Simon were pacing the boat when the radio crackled.
Mum! Mum!
Dakota, what's happening?
He's here, Mum. It's him.
What? Dakota, what do you mean?
Bones McGee.
Cass and Simon looked at each other worryingly.
Bones?
Who's he?
Tell you later.
Dakota!
Hello, Cass.
Cass froze on the spot.
Bones, you've crawled out from whatever rock you've been hiding under.
Still got that fire inside of you. I like that about you, Cass.
Go to hell!
Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna come join the party. And for every 10 minutes that passes and you're not here, someone dies.
Cass! Stay the hell away from here!
Shut the hell up, old man.
Counter offer, Bones. You're nothing but a rabid little runt on the side of the road just begging to be put down. I'm gonna do just that for you.
Have it your way. We'll start with the ex-husband.
Bones pointed his gun at Bill.
Any last words?
Cass, Simon, and Gage listened to the horrors on the other end of the radio.
No! Stop!
Cass, I'm sorry.
No, please.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
And Dakota is next.
Cass, I'm sorry.
In the poacher's camp, tears streamed down Dakota's face. Smoke seeped from Bones' gun.
You always were a shit bluffer, Bones.
A bullet hole was in the floor next to Bill.
Shut your goddamn mouth!
Cass will have you pegged a mile off.
Gideon spotted an oil tank near to where the mercenaries were standing.
I've had enough of this nonsense.
Gideon stood up and aimed his rifle at the barrel.
Please, God, don't let me miss.
The mercenaries screamed in terror as the barrel blew up in flames. Bambi and Bones were blown back. Bill headbutted Ed and snatched his assault rifle.
Take cover!
Bill, Dakota, Maddie, and Colin ran and took cover behind some crates. The mercenaries opened fire. Bill shot back.
Oh, Jesus! Stay down!
Gideon shot from the vantage point, covering Bill.
It's Gideon! Get to the chopper! I'll cover you!
Gideon provided covering fire as Bill, Dakota, Maddie, and Colin ran onto the helicopter. Bambi ran in front of Bill, holding a gun to him. Bill surrendered, putting his hands up.
Bambi, don't do this.
On your knees, quickly.
Hey, asshole!
Dakota whacked Bambi in the side of the head with a large branch.
Nice hit.
Run!
Bambi looked back, but Gideon shot from above, and Bambi dived behind cover. While Bill and Dakota joined the others in the helicopter, Bill sat in the cockpit.
Do you know how to fly this thing?
Never the foggiest. This is more Simon's neck of the woods.
Press a button!
There are 1,000,001 buttons in here, Colin.
Bill tried desperately to figure out how to get them off the ground.
Let's all try and stay calm. Panicking isn't going to help.
I'm not panicking.
I am! Get us out of here!
Gideon jumped down and ran for the helicopter, but Ed stood in his way. Then suddenly a loud thud. The ground shook. Gideon realized something was behind him. Something big. He slowly turned back, and the giant gorilla stood behind him.
Oh, my.
The gorilla roared and lashed out. Gideon dived to the ground, and Ed was punched, sending him flying into the trees. The gorilla roared some more, and it threw the mercenaries around.
Bones! We gotta get out of here! Ah!
Bones and Bambi retreated into the jungle, while the gorilla trashed the camp. Gideon ran into the helicopter.
Thanks for the rescue, man.
No worries. How about we get the hell out of here?
Music to my ears.
The helicopter took off and flew through the air, with the animals safely in the back. They could hear the roars of the gorilla becoming more and more distant. Bones and Bambi looked up into the air.
They will pay for this! They have cost me millions!
Cass, Simon, Gage were on the boat when the helicopter flew overhead.
Is that them?
The helicopter hovered over the river. Colin kicked down a ladder for them to climb up.
Any of you dudes want to ride?
Yes, man!
They climbed up inside. Cass saw Bill and was immediately relieved to see him.
Oh, Bill!
Let's say we get out of this damn jungle, shall we?
Fly us to civilization, buddy.
What about Bones?
He got away, but we have the animals. He's not one this time.
What about the gorilla?
As soon as we get back, we'll report it to the government.
I know a woman who works out here as a state vet. Her name is Marisol. She'll track it down and add it to the animal protection program. Bones won't be able to get anywhere near it.
As for these animals, we'll release them accordingly.
So, we kicked butt and saved the day.
Hell yeah, we did, dude.
A small victory. As long as Bones is still out there, no animal is safe. Our battle's just been brought right back to the surface.
Quietness fell over the group as the helicopter flew on. Some days later, back at Kruger Valley, Maddie, Colin, and Gage were stood with Toby in his enclosure.
So we've been over what you're going to say?
27 times.
Jesus.
You've got this. Just don't be weird. She's human like the rest of us.
Come on, man. The rest of your life is right in front of you. I've been your best friend for years, and I'm telling you, go do this.
Okay, doing this.
Colin walked out of Toby's pen and down to the platform. Dakota was on the walkway, looking out at the valley. Nervously, he walked down next to her.
Oh, hey. You snuck up on me there.
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, fine. I guess we're in the Wild Quest gang now.
I guess so.
I'm going to take the job here at Kruger Valley.
No way. Good for you. Congratulations.
The thing is, well, you see, no, I can't remember any of what I rehearsed with Maddie.
What?
The thing is, dude, nothing. No, actually, not nothing. Look, me and you, why can't I remember a word?
Colin?
Yes?
Shut up and kiss me.
Really? I mean, yes, doing that now.
Colin kissed Dakota. She kissed him back. Something he had wanted to do since he first set eyes on her. He had never been happier. Cass, Bill, Gideon, and Simon watched.
Easy, Tiger.
They're kissing. Why are they kissing?
Have a guess, Bill.
Get in there, boy.
No, I don't get in anything. That's my daughter.
Will you relax? It's Colin we're talking about here.
She'll eat him for breakfast.
Happiness fell over Kruger Valley once more, a special place. But with the knowledge of Bones McGee still out there, they couldn't quite relax completely. They would be smart to sleep with one eye open.
I'm not gonna stop until I take everything from them.
It's Bones. He's hell-bent on destroying Kruger Valley.
Akiki, no!
Hey, Kitty! Chew on this!
Gonna lay by the river, gonna rest my eyes, 'cause I know this time tomorrow there ain't gonna be blue skies. I walk a lonely mile, so many years I roam. I'm sinking slowly, so low. Lord, won't you take me home? The day's gonna come when the sun goes down. The devil's gonna come when the sun goes down.